Okay, guys, I kind of went through the most common but also fucked up thing that you can never, a content creator or a videographer can ever do. I recorded a whole fucking video for you, over 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and there's no audio. No audio. That shit sucks. And it's 10. I should have been done by now, and I would have been doing other things. And I almost did that. That's why the first 10 seconds was silent, but I realized the mic was cancelled, so now it's back on. So I think I need to just do this as fast as I can. So ChatGPT we left whereby the overall trend was bullish, and the reason why I think that the trend is bullish, that I wrote here, wait for price to reach 198, 165, 198, 165, 651. There it is. Above that number, price needs to form higher highs, higher lows. Let's scale into the lower time frame. Price is making higher highs and higher lows. As you can see, this low, higher than this low, higher than this low, higher than this low, higher than this low. So the market is going up. So ideally, CJJ price, like I was right in my analysis. Sorry guys, this is not easy, but it is easy at the same time. I think it's just fatigue. But either way, let me do as fast as I can and as clear as I can. So I believe price is still on a bullish trend, and this should be the first TP. In this alarm, I've set this alarm because anything above this level, this 200 mark, there'll be buyers. If price manages to break that, as you can see here, there'll be buyers, and if the price breaks that, it will break, indicate correct, then continue up all the way to this level. If price is buying, it will buy into a level of sellers. So sellers are way up there, given the trend. So Solana, Solana actually did what we said it was going to do. It was on a downtrend, most recent lower high, lower low, equal high. Although price did break this level, so that means the next time price comes above this level, it will buy. And for price to break this level, this is just an indication, as you can see here. Price was rejecting this level so much, but it finally broke. This indicates to you that above this level there will be buying pressure and buyers will take charge of the market. But what happened here is price decided to sell, and the reason why it sell is because in a downtrend price consists of higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So price below this purple line, they are sellers, so it will sell down. And why is it only selling? No other than just below the purple line. If price makes a lower high, it has to make a lower low. So the reason why I'm selling is it has to make a lower low, and it's following the trend. So this might just be to grab liquidity too, because some people took sales at this point and price bought a bit, so to wipe them out, then it's continuing to sell. So I think for Solana, it is selling. As you can see, it broke this support, Now it's making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high. It has to make a lower low. So this is a quick scalp for anyone out there who may use this in the future. CAD-CHF price is still respecting structure, and I think this is what Solana is trying to do also. I think Solana is trying to do this. Same thing with CAD-CHF. Price won't rarely just go straight to take profit. It has to play around a lot. So otherwise, the price is still respecting structure, and it should hit this level 0.56058 soon. AUD JPY, this thing messed me up. The market opened over here, as you can see below, Monday at 1 a.m. and price kicked up. In the video, if the previous video, that is the first video I made, you will see price opened by selling. But then again, Monday at 10 p.m., 10:24 p.m., it bought, which is this, and then gets me out, or anyone who is selling at this time, gets them out. So what does this tell you? Let me go with the trend. Is it buying or selling? So this part of the market was an uptrend. High, lower, high, lower, lower, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. Indication correction. So price broke below this previous lower low, higher low. Price broke this higher low over here. So price broke this higher low over here, and it came here, it indication. So this created an indication. So price has changed from an uptrend to a downtrend because it broke a previous higher low. So if it breaks the higher low, it has to make a lower low, which did. It made a lower low. Now it has to make a lower high, of which it also did make a lower high. So because this really confuses people, I think if you're good in reading structure, and I hope I am, I really hope I am, this Forex isn't a guarantee. You can read it through it very well and still fail. Market may still get you out. So what you do here is you put an alert. So the market is still in a downtrend because it made a lower low, a lower high, and also price did not break the most recent lower high, which is here. So yeah, let me scale down to the 1 hour time frame. If I scale down to the 1 hour time frame, this is really confusing. This is even more confusing because Forex is all about decisions and decision making. So why have I said it's a downtrend? I've said because of this lower highs and lower lows. So scaling down to the 1 hour time frame, the structure isn't clear enough for me to understand and make my decision. Same to here. Let me scale to the 15-minute time frame. The market, I do not understand this market. This is a high risk trade. Every trade in Forex is actually high risk. That's why they say use proper risk management when you're entering this trade. And are we trading in session? I mean, it's New York session already. Already a couple of hours in. So in given such a scenario, I believe the best thing to do is just set an alert. And I'll set an alert. See, the thing here is price might sell or buy. I've had good enough reasons for it to sell. Okay, let's focus on this downtrend part. Low in the 4 hour, high. This high, they're equal highs as you can see. So let me mark this as both of them in the middle as lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. But the lower high price broke the previous lower, but the higher high, sorry, this high, let me scale in, this high is higher than the previous high, which is a lower high. This high is lower than this high, which is lower than that high, but equal to this high. So it is a low, which price broke above. So this is an indication. So it has to correct. Price right now, these two red candlesticks is looking for a higher low. So it could come all the way till down here, but it's so far. As we speak, it's like it's around here. So how do I know when to enter the trade? I have to wait for price to reach above this level. Above 108.703 would be safer. That's why I think I have my long candlestick here. So you have to pay attention to detail. Let me scale into the 1 hour time frame. In the 1 hour time frame, as you can see, it made this low, lower high, lower low, lower low here, lower high, lower low. Price broke. It made a higher low because this high is higher than this low is higher than this low. So that's why I believe the market comes back here again. Makes sense. Should target up here. Alternatively, it should target all that is up here for the UDJPY. But ideally, before it was making lower highs and lower lows. Before it was a downtrend. So the only reason it's not a downtrend is because price broke this level. Let me show you the 1 hour time frame. Price broke this high. Price broke this high. So above here, this is telling you that above here there'll be buyers. So over here you put an alert. You put an alert and you tell price, you wait for price to just reach and go in long. So you do JPY, possibly long buys. AUD USD. I believe AUD USD, given my analysis, price was on an uptrend. From the high and low, this is a fake out, this manipulation to trick people thinking it's a downtrend, but it's not, because whenever price does this, you just have to sit on your hands and wait, or just do something, get off the charts and come back later, because it tricked people. Yes, it sold. It is an uptrend, correction, indication, correction, continuation, but it didn't reach here because price has this tendency of, it just doesn't want a free ride. It wants people to pay the price. Imagine, let's say you're being crawled by insects. You'll shake your body, remove all the clothes, wipe yourself for you to feel like you're free. I think that's how the market behaves. So the market decided to grab liquidity and remove all the buyers and their stop losses. For those who decide to go full margin, those who decide to over leverage it, decide to grab all that liquidity. Gain liquidity or tail up here, which is an equal high, equal lower, higher low to this. As you can see, they are equal. Look keenly, they are equal. Then price went up, formed a higher high. And when price forms a higher high, it broke. This is an indication, the correction. Now, it's supposed to be the continuation. Let me cancel this, but let us scale in more. Let us make this clear. Why am I saying it is selling? Let me scale into the 1 hour time frame. Price made a, this was the most significant high from this low. High, low, lower high, it has to make a low. So the reason why I'm selling is because price has refused to break the previous lower high, which is this price. You see this high is lower than this one, and kind of equal. And furthermore, but no. Let me cook. Let me think about this, because I have to go with the bigger time frame. Yeah. So let me close this window. My machine is really running. Oh my god. This thing has been uploading for the whole day. So anyway, but first the market sold. No, the market opened over here. As you can see, 101, Monday 16 February 26th, 101. So the market decided to open with a big buy to hit this key level. Below here, the sellers. Price sold, price sold. Price is selling. Why? It's failing to break and make a continuous trend. This is really tricky. Decisions. Forex is about decision making. How good are you at making decisions? So over here, indication, correction, continuation. Let me just scale it into the lower time frame to get a clear picture of what's happening. Over here is a above here there's buyers, price broke. I think this is why I'm also okay. The conferences are price is making lower highs, lower lows. Price is refusing to break a previous lower high, and price broke this. Below this level, this high, there are sellers. Below here, sellers. So this is indication. It's retracing. So I believe, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure, but it should, given market structure, how I understand market structure, price should come all the way till here. Why isn't it this path? Okay, should come here, then sell like that. So for now, I think we should put an alarm here and wait for it to sell. And although this is not this is a high risk trade, the first TP should be here, and if it breaks this level, should be here. Although the reason why I put it down here is because the price is selling, it will sell into a level of buyers. If when price is buying, it will buy into a level of sellers. So sellers are below here, this blue line. So that's why I think it is going to sell. USD USD looks good on me. So the market is just doing what CAD CHF is doing, as you can see. Let me copy the path. It's doing this basically. So I think eventually it will reach down here. So for yes, is it that? No, this USDCHF. I think this is what it's doing, and the reason why, okay, this thing was selling in the 4-hour time frame. It was selling, as you can see, indication, correction, continuation. Sometimes price doesn't reach up to here because you cannot control price. That's what I want you to know, son and my daughter. You cannot control price. You just have to let price do what it's doing, and you just like go with the wave. So what happens is, let me use a path to clearly help you understand. So below here was my entry. Price went well, the low, lower high, lower low. Price broke this lower high to make a higher high, made a higher low, made a higher high, higher low, lower high. Price broke again here, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. It has to break to make this lower low. But then I'm thinking, because the trend is the friend, ideally, because of all this, it should just want to come down all the way till here. It should. So it's a high risk trade. Everything in forex is risky. Price may decide to go back up, but given how I understand market structure, I don't think I'm wrong. Anyway, that's what's up with USDCHF. GBP USD, I looks like I was correct. Or the first day of Monday. Let me not say I'm correct until a trade is actually done. Let me say on Monday, looks like it's actually going my direction based on my Sunday analysis. So indication, correction, continuation. Price came down here to grab liquidity. So are we selling or are we buying? Why am I buying? First of all, this line, anything above here, there's sellers, buyers came, and the last time buyers were here are down here. Seller, and the last time price was here, price wanted to buy. So price came here, dropped below to grab liquidity, and come up. And confluences. Let me go to that. So let's use the path, low high. As you can see in this level, I drew this triangle because price failed to break below this level. Came here, that's the last place. Came back down the last place. Stopped coming down, came above the rectangle. And then broke this red line. That's why I believe it's going to buy up to here. And the reason why I'm saying this is it shows me signs. Number one, this is support not being broken. Number two, this low is higher than this low. These lows are higher than the previous low. Each low is higher. Higher, notice that equal, these two are equal. Higher, 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 higher. So I think it's going to buy till at least this price level. That's why I think GBP USD, GBP GPY should buy. For this, it fucked me up. I thought it's going to sell because it's on a downtrend. Indication, correction, continuation. But I want you to understand something here, son. My children, this is for you. This is the roadmap to me and my success. When this works out, I'm leaving a blueprint for you to use to just live life happily as the way you want it. So lower low, low high, lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high. Okay, let me try and explain this to the best of my knowledge. So the reason I took this trade is because below this level, there are sellers, and below this purple line, this is also a significant key level. There were so strong sellers, which these are the first indication of sellers. So that's why below here, sellers came through. So now we're in a phase where price is correcting, and then it's correcting, it's usually an uptrend. So as you can see, let me scale into the 1 hour. As you can see, the correction is high, low. You should ignore this. As I said, it's noise. High, low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, high. So note, remember to ignore this. This is noise. This doesn't tell you anything. The market puts that there to confuse you. Price is in this correction. Price is still bullish because it was making higher lows and higher highs. It made a high, it made a low, it made a lower high. Yes, this high is lower than this high, but price did not validate the downtrend by failing to break this higher low over here. You see this low, price didn't come below this, so it's still an uptrend. As I said, you cannot control price. Price does what it wants. So it went up, forming a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So this is the correction phase. Now, I told you for price can this as long price can does what it wants, but it respects structures all the time. So as long as price does not break this level, let me scale in this level over here, we are good. The reason why I'm saying this level is because this in a downtrend is a lower high, and a lower high, price has to respect the structure and make a lower low. So price right now it's building up. So what you do, I was marking this level, thinking that when price comes down here, it will sell, but it's not. Basically, the correction is still ongoing. So people who know ICC thoroughly, experienced with years of profitability, they get to eat in everything. You can actually make money from indication, the correction, and the continuation. You just need to know exactly what you're doing. So for this one, I think you should just put an alarms. If you are paying MetaTrader, no trading view, sorry, you can put alerts and wait. Alternatively, you can just put an alert here. The next time price comes below here, it will sell all the way till here, down here. So that's why I've put this here. So CAD JPY buyers, as you can see, it was forming lower high. This low is lower, this one is higher than that, higher. Price broke this level, broke this. This is the indication, this is the correction. The correction, I told you, price, once it breaks this, it's supposed to come here, then come back down, then break, come here, then come back down. Well, it doesn't do that. It does what it wants. So it came, broke this one. So the correction, now all this is correction. As long as price does not break the most recent higher high, that means price is on a downtrend. So all this, price is still on a downtrend. This is just correction until it reached here, broke this level, and then continued to sell all the way down. So we are still on a downtrend. Over here, I had put a buy, but it was a high risk trade. Price just has to make a new lower low. So it hasn't made a new lower low. If it has, this is the most recent lower low, but I believe it's going to sell, because if you look in the 1 hour time frame, price is still making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Wait a minute. Why don't I mark this? Let me mark it. I'm dealing with the higher time frame, so price reached here, it broke. So this is a level where I think I should mark. So that when price comes above this level, we look for buys. Yeah, because it indicated here. And then I can see it's making low. This was a low, high, high. So let's wait and see if that will actually work. But I believe we are on the higher time frame. That's why I'm saying it's a high risk trade. So for here, I think put alarm. And for me, I'd put an alarm here. So to sell. That's why they say when you're buying at support, we are selling. We are selling at resistance as we are buying. Very confusing things. Is DJPY, honestly, I don't know about this thing, but it was on a downtrend. Indication. Price broke this higher low, creating an indication. This is a correction, a continuation. Price is just consolidating here. I don't like this. So I'm out of that. Yes, DJPY, I still stand by this. I still believe price is going to buy. It's a clear move. Price has been forming higher lows, higher lows. I mean, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And indication, correction, continuation. So yeah, This US start is just to hold. Euro USD actually did what I thought it would. It's just that I don't like this consolidation. Not consolidation, but if you scale into the 30-minute time frame, there's just so much noise, as you can see. So much noise. Although can't control the market. Same to GBP USD. USD is a downtrend because I know you expect price to indicate correct continue, but price has been forming lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low. I know above here there are buyers, but you need to understand price failed to break the previous lower high. If it had this broke here, then you would shift to go up. So anything below this level, there are sellers, as you can see. There are sellers here, sellers here. So if it's from the lower high, so faster, and the lower high, lower low, it has to mean a lower high. The lower high reached up to here, but did not break this level. So coming back down to make a new lower low. So here price has made a higher low because this low is higher than this low. But not to worry, it hasn't broken this higher low. No, sorry, lower high. It hasn't broken this lower high, so it's still on a downtrend. So when price comes below here, it will sell here all the way till down here. Furthermore, I'm also observing something. You see this line over here? Look at the tip of this. Look at the tip. Look at the tip here where price decided to go back down. If you stretch it all the way, let me show you. Can you see? Look at that. Price below here, sellers. So it moved a low, formed a lower high, another lower high, lower high, lower high, like that. So I think it's selling. So yeah, I think that's it for you, LGBP USD. It will sell. I've been holding that thing for long. But let me just wait and see, although market structure says that. Same to this USDJPY, NZD same thing. But price broke here, broke this lower high, giving me an indication. Why am I saying it is selling? Let me scale into the 1 hour time frame. I'm saying it's selling because let me scale in. Scale out. Low, low, high, low, and low. Price has to make a higher, lower high. So, but it ended up making a higher high, a higher low. This is a very risky trade, so best not to enter this trade. But I think the reason why I said sell is because over here price is just making lower highs. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is so much noise. If you enter such a trade, you set and forget. Because what the fuck is this? I think it's best to stay away from NZUSD this week so far, or until maybe Tuesday evening or Wednesday. Look at gold. Gold, my prediction was ish. It didn't reach here. From the high, a low, lower high, but also higher low. So this is to confuse people, and I think it should target here. But let's wait and see. That is because of market structure. Should it come out here? Maybe. Right now it's selling. So let's wait and see who is stronger. I'm so tired. BTC/USD, I was right. Indication, correction, continuation. So price made a higher low. This low is higher than this, but this is to wipe out, grab liquidity for it to go back down. So I marked this level here. I mark this level over here so that if I know price to sell, and price comes here, let me scale in. You can see price broke here. So I was right, but because forex you can't control. Look at this candlestick. You get wicked out, then the price continues to go your direction. So sometimes forex is hard. That's now why forex is hard. But that is my analysis. So the trade I think that is going to hit is this one, and AUD USD, AUD JPY. Sorry, AUD JPY is going to buy. AUD USD. USDCHF definitely is going to sell. So yeah, thank you for listening till the end. For those who are patient enough, let's win together. This is all manual trading, so yeah, Godspeed. It's 11 sharp, and I'm done. So we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.